Reverend Lorwick. The House will come to order. The pledge will be given and led by Sterling Volz and Marley Volz from Most Precious Blood Catholic School, Denver.
Please join us in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Started on the roll call and then Mr. Kohler, please call the roll.
Representatives Arndt. Becker J. is excused. Becker K. Brown. Buck. Buckner. Representative Buckner. Oh, there he is. Carver. Conti is excused. Coram. Court. Danielson. Del Grosso. Dorr. Duran. Esgar. Everett. Fields. Foote. Garnett. Janal. Hamner. Humphrey. Joshi. Kagan. Representative Kagan. Kaiser. Klingenschmidt. Kraft-Tharp. Landgraf. Lawrence. Lebstock. Lee. Lontine. Representative Lontine. Lundeen. McCann. Melton. Mitch Bush. Moreno. Navarro. Neville. Nordberg. Pabon. Pedersen. Primavera. Priola excused. Rankin. Ransom. Rosenthal is excused. Rupe. Bryden. Sane. Salazar. Singer. Zabo. Tate. Thurlow. Tyler. Van Winkle. Vigil. There he is. Willett. Williams. Wilson. Windholes. Winter. Young. Madam Speaker.
Here.
Oh, yeah.
With 61 present, 4 excused, a quorum is present. Representative Carver.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the reading of the Journal of January 22nd be dispensed with and that it be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk.
You have heard the motion that the journal be adopted as corrected by the Chief Clerk. All in favor say aye. All opposed say no. No! That's pretty weak for a Friday. Motion passes. Announcements and introductions. Representative Quorum.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would like the Cowboy Caucus to come down here and talk about the sale tonight, fat stock sale, junior livestock sale. We're short of money. We still need money, and this is your last chance to help us. So do what you can, when you can, where you can. I think you all have an account that you can access for a donation, and it would be greatly appreciated.
How many times did you weigh that steer?
So I see Mr. Salazar sitting here. I know he wanted to give again. I just gave again, so let's do it some more. Thank you. Your turn.
Representative Brown.
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker. I guess they call me a sheep herder, not a cowboy, but so but they have accepted me into the Cowboy Caucus, and we really do. This is for a good cause. Fact is, back there when I was in 4-H and FFA, and we have a bunch of 4-Hers here today for 4-H Day, and this is sure a good thing. It sure helped me to get through college, and just if you've got any money at all, be sure and donate it. And that sale is tonight out at the National Western. I noticed the 9 News has made a big deal of it, and I'm not sure about the other news agencies, but anyway, be sure and get us some money. Thanks.
Representative Mitch Bush, and then Representative Court.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I echo the comments my colleagues made. 4-H and FFA are critical for our young people, and this sale helps kids get through college, and it makes them know that their work, and it's hard work, very hard work, that their hard work is appreciated. So pony on up, please.
Representative Court.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Okay, this Denver Democrat wants to tell you that in this case, I don't think our colleagues on the other side of the aisle are full of bull. And so I encourage everyone in this chamber to support this cause.
Representative Lundeen and Representative Wilson, or are you
I'll seize the mic.
trading off? Okay.
Folks, I want you to know that the Pikes Peak Posse headed down to the State Fair for a similar effort to support 4-H. And the minimum ask for that group was $500 to play in the game. So the ask here is a pretty low bar. Please participate. Every dollar does count. We appreciate it. Put something in the kitty, please. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Representative Wilson, I believe, is next, and then it'll be Representative Janal.
My turn?
Go right ahead, Representative Wilson, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, listen up. This is a major announcement. Our colleagues in the Senate on the fundraising for the steer, the R side and the D side's keeping it a secret because they've got this challenge going, but I know for a fact that 18 members on the R side are over $1,000 themselves. We have 65 members here. We should be a little embarrassed with that fact that we can't exceed what that other body over there has picked up with the small number that they have. Now, in order to help you all, I know some of you, Representative Melton, paid $10 just for the chance to wear Levi's. $20. He gave 20, all right. I will tell you, you all make a larger donation. I'll have you come down and help me work with my animals. You can wear Levi's and I won't charge you a penny, okay? So keep your money, help with my animals, help with Representative Buck raising these funds. We've got to beat the Senate, folks. Looky there, there's one coming down right there. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Janal.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just want to welcome the Larimer County 4-Hers that are here today. So let's give a hand for Larimer County 4-Hers.
Further, Representative Lundeen and Representative Lawrence. Okay. Proceed, Representative Lundeen.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would like to turn your attention at this point to another item. On your desk in front of you is a bright yellow piece of paper that tells you on Monday we'll be kicking off National School Choice Week with a presentation, some conversation about how important school choice is on the west steps of the Capitol. That's 9 a.m. on Monday. Please participate. Now, I also want you to notice that if it's a cool day on Monday, you also have on your desk a bright yellow scarf to wrap around your neck so you can enjoy the day in warmth. Please participate Monday morning. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Representative Lawrence.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, I will be gone on Monday,
Lawrence,
so I just
would
wanted
you
to ask
give me 1 minute, please? I'm sorry to interrupt. Just a second. Thank you, members. Please take your side conversations outside.
Thank you,
Please
Madam
proceed.
Speaker. Members, I am asking for your permission to be gone on Monday. I will be out of town, so I appreciate that. I've checked with the minority office. Don't give me that look, Del Grosso. And the majority leader. Don't listen to my side of the aisle. So you all have a great Monday, and I'll see you on Tuesday.
Seeing no objection, Representative Lawrence will be excused at the time requested. Are there further announcements and introductions? If not, the next order of business is general orders, second reading of bills. Representative Foote. You have heard the motion. If there are no objections, Representative Foote will take the chair.
The committee will come to order. With your unanimous consent, the bills will be read by title unless there is a request for reading bills at length. Committee amendments will not be read unless requested, as they are printed and in your bill folders. Floor amendments will be shown on the screen and on your iPads, and not read unless requested. Bills will be laid over upon motion of the majority leader, and the Cote rule is relaxed. Mr. Kohler, could you please read the title for House Bill 1010?
House Bill 1010 by Representatives Kraft, Tharp, and Norberg, also Senator John, concerning presumption the trustee has notified beneficiary when the trustee has adopted beneficiary notification procedure in connection with clarifying the trustee may deliver information to beneficiaries electronically.
Representative Kraft, Tharp.
Why, thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Mr. Kohler. And ladies and gentlemen, members, for the first bill of this session, I move House Bill 151010.
To the bill, Representative Kraft, Tharp.
Why, thank you, Mr. Chair. So, members, the current law requires that a trustee keep beneficiaries of a trust informed about the status of that trust. This bill specifies that electronic notification is allowable if the beneficiary agrees to receive information and the statements electronically. I ask your support.
Representative Nordberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, this is just a simple bill that, as records go towards more electronic in nature, just allows beneficiaries of trust account to get that information that way. It does not preclude them from getting information the other way. You can still get it by mail, and that option is still intact with this bill, so it asks for a yes vote.
Is there any further discussion, Representative Kraft, Tharp?
No.
No further discussion on this simple bill. All right, then the question before us is the passage of House Bill 1010. All those in favor of passage of House Bill 1010 say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no.
Okay.
House Bill 1010 is adopted. Mr. Kohler, could you please read the title of House Bill 1028?
House Bill 1028 by Representative Kaiser, also Senator John, concerning repeal of the mercantile licensing standards.
Representative Kaiser.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, members. I rise to move House Bill 151028.
House Bill 1028 has been moved. Representative Kaiser, to the bill.
Members, this is a really common sense, straightforward, pro-business bill that repeals onerous and frankly, very arcane licensing requirements that are currently levied on all retailers with a couple of minor exceptions. This bill passed through Business and Labor with a unanimous vote, and I ask for a yes vote.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1028? Seeing no further discussion, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1028. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. Oh, it's close, but House Bill 1028 is adopted. Mr. Kohler, could you please read the title of House Bill 1055?
House Bill 1055 by Representative Esgar, also Senator Grantham, concerning the participation of people who are not state employees in the State Employee Assistance Program established by the State Personnel Director.
Representative Esgar.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 1055 and the Business Affairs Labor Committee report.
To the Business Affairs Committee report, Representative Esgar.
I'm happy to say that it passed out of Business Affairs and Labor unanimously 13-0 with one amendment, L001. Simply fixed a misspelling in the bill, page 2, section 1, line 9. The word dependent is spelled correctly.
Is there any further discussion on the Business Affairs and Labor Committee report? Madam Assistant Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Representative Esgar, I would just like some of the folks on my side want an explanation of the term or any other person. I know we went over that in committee, but most of these people weren't in committee. So could you just explain how that part of the process works and what that means? Is it anybody in the whole wide world, or what does that mean?
Representative Esgar.
Members, just want to make sure that people understand that any other person is defined by the medical professionals within the counseling session to benefit the state employee only. This bill is only to benefit the state employee who is seeking help to make sure that the workplace remains safe.
Representative Tate.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to ask Representative Esgar to confirm again that in terms of initiating the EAP service, that it is only the state employee that initiates the service as opposed to any other people. Therefore, we can have assurance that the program's not expanding.
Representative Tate, is this to the committee report or to the bill?
To the bill.
Okay, we're still on the committee report. Is there any further discussion on the committee report, Business Affairs and Labor Committee report? Seeing no further, Representative Tate.
It is to the committee report because that was a discussion and the consequence of the committee decision.
Representative Tate, I thought the committee report changed the one word or the spelling of a word or something to that effect. So at this point, if there's no further discussion on the Business Affairs and Labor Committee report, all those in favor of the adoption of the committee report say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. The committee report is adopted. To the bill. Representative Esgar.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Again, House Bill 1055 is simply a technical cleanup bill to make sure that the program works effectively for our state employees. State employees are the only beneficiaries. I ask for an aye vote on 1055.
Any further discussion on the bill? Seeing Representative Tate.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would refer the honorable gentlelady to the comments I made some moments ago. Related to initiating service claims within the EAP program.
Representative Esgar.
As I just previously stated, this is specifically a bill for state employees' use only. It is to bring in people into the counseling session for the state employee. No other person can be treated. They can only help the treatment of the state employee.
Is there any further discussion on the bill? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1055. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. House Bill 1055 is adopted. Mr. Kohler, could you please read the title of House Bill 1071?
House Bill 1071 by Representative Kaiser, concerning clarification, and Senator Hill, concerning clarification that following a merger of entities, the surviving entity is entitled to control the pre-merger attorney-client privileges of a constituent entity.
Representative Kaiser.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 1071.
To the bill, Representative Kaiser.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, this bill is a clarification bill. It deals with the merger statute that we have in Colorado. It specifies that privilege also includes attorney-client privilege. And this is an issue that has been litigated heavily in states that practice a lot of corporate law. It's tied up courts for years, and courts have actually in those states looked to the legislature for their legislative intent. This will clarify that indeed in Colorado, privilege includes attorney-client privilege.
Is there any further discussion? Representative Melton.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And given that this is a freshman's first time in seconds, I'm surprised that we're not giving him a harder time. We're getting 2 bills out this quickly. So I ask that we move this back to committee.
Representative Melton, I don't think that motion is in order at this point. Is there any further legitimate discussion? Representative, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem, Representative Pabon.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. You know, Representative Kaiser, we did hear this in committee, and I'm just trying to recall correctly in our discussion. Does this prohibit private agreements made with respect to the privilege discussion? How would that work? What would that look like? And can you just elucidate the body on that particular area of law that you seem to be very well versed in this issue? Thank you.
Representative Kaiser.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yeah, I got to raise this up a little bit more. This bill does not amend in any way the language that's already in the merger statute dealing with the ability of private negotiations and private contract. So if two parties decide that they do not want to include attorney-client privilege in the definition of privilege, they are still able to do that.
Is there any further discussion on the bill? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1071. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. House Bill 1071 is adopted. Mr. Kohler, could you please read the title of House Bill 1039?
House Bill 1039 by Representative Tyler, also Senator Neville T., concerning the donation of prescription medications by licensed healthcare facilities.
Madam Majority Leader, Representative Tyler, is he in here?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move to lay over House Bill 1039 to the end of the.
Madam Majority Leader, would you like to withdraw?
I'm going to withdraw that motion. I see Representative Tyler.
Thank you. Representative Tyler to House Bill 1039. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I got a little exercise running down those steps, and at my age, running downhill is hard on the knees. I move House Bill 1039 and the committee report.
To the Public Health Care and Human Services Committee report, Representative Tyler.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The committee report does some technical changes primarily to a bill that's designed to make it possible for excess and unused medications to go to people who can not afford medications. So that's the main bill, and what this does is it adds some language that allows medical devices to be used in that same way. Walkers, crutches, hospital, maybe special beds and that sort of thing. So that does some technical work and then goes on and does some, adds some pieces and parts to it for medical devices. And I ask for the support of the committee report.
Is there any further discussion on the committee report? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of the Public Health Care and Human Services Committee report. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed, no. The committee report is adopted. To the bill, Representative Tyler.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As mentioned briefly, this bill allows surplus medications or medications that are no longer needed from the original person that was prescribed for to be donated through a nonprofit to other people who need these particular medications. It's a great opportunity to use these medications instead of flushing them into the system, into the water system and the waste treatment system, where you end up with bad chemicals in the water treatment system. So this is a real plus. This builds on a bill. Builds on a statute that Diane Primavera, Representative Primavera, worked on a couple years ago, focused on making these available in times of disaster, going to Haiti, et cetera. And this one removes the concept that it has to go to disaster zones and just says anyone in Colorado who can't afford their medication could take advantage of this. I ask for an aye on 1039.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1039? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1039. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, no. House Bill 1039 is adopted.
Thank you.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
Seeing no objection, the committee will rise and report.
The House will come back to order. Mr. Kohler, please read the report of the Committee of the Whole.
Madam Speaker, Committee of the Whole begs leave to report is under consideration of following attached bills being second reading thereof and makes following recommendations thereon. House Bills 1010, 1028, 1039, amended 1055, amended 1071. Passed on second reading and order gross placed on the counter for third and final passage.
Representative Foote. You have heard the motion, and there are no amendments. The question before the House is the adoption of the report of the Committee of the Whole. Mr. Kohler, please open the machine, and members proceed to vote. Have all the members in the chamber voted? Representative Court. Representative Court. Representative Humphrey. Representative Court. Have all the members voted? Mr. Kohler, please close the machine. With 62 ayes and 3 excused, a majority of those elected having voted in the affirmative, the Committee of the Whole report is adopted. Message from the Senate.
Madam Speaker, the Senate has adopted and transmits herewith Senate Joint Resolution 5.
Resolutions.
Senate Joint Resolution 5 by Senator Sonnenberg, also Representative Wyden, concerning the designation of January 23, 2015, Colorado 4-H Day.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you very much. I move to suspend the rules for immediate consideration of Senate Joint Resolution 5.
The motion before us is to suspend the rules for immediate consideration of Senate Joint Resolution 5. There being no further discussion, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. The motion is adopted. Mr. Kohler, please read the title of Senate Joint Resolution 5.
Senate Joint Resolution 5 by Senator Sonnenberg, also Representative Wyden, concerning the designation of January 23, 2015, Colorado 4-H Day.
Representative Wyden.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. I move Senate Joint Resolution 5 and ask that it be read at length.
Whereas the Colorado 4-H Youth Development Program is founded on the notion that youth are a vital resource for ensuring a better tomorrow, and that assisting youth as they prepare for the future is the 4-H program's central mission. And whereas the Colorado 4-H program is an integral part of Colorado State University Extension and is fundamental to the land-grant university mission. And whereas more than 100,000 Colorado youth, with the guidance of nearly 10,000 adult and youth volunteer leaders, currently contribute to their communities and gain practical experience in such subject areas as workforce preparation and career exploration, leadership and volunteerism, character and ethics, food and nutrition, agriculture and natural resources, conservation, consumer decision-making, veterinary medicine, animal sciences, and public speaking, just to name a few. And whereas Colorado 4-H returns $45 million annually to the Colorado economy, plus $31 million in added value of volunteer time contribution, resulting in a 10-fold return on investment over the cost to conduct the program. And whereas an 8-year longitudinal study of positive youth development recently completed by Tufts University demonstrates that 4-H members are less likely to engage in risky behaviors such as drinking, smoking, and drug use, 2 times more likely to go to college, 3 times more likely to delay sexual activity by grade 12, 2 times more likely to exercise and be physically active, and 3 times more likely to contribute in their communities than their peers who are not 4-H members. And whereas participation in 4-H in Colorado is open to youth from all economic, social, and cultural backgrounds between the ages of 5 and 19. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Senate of the 70th General Assembly of the State of Colorado, the House of Representatives concurring herein, that the General Assembly salutes the Colorado 4-H program in its efforts to prepare Colorado's youth for the future, providing a wealth of opportunities for young people to acquire decision-making, leadership, and communication skills, as well as a host of other life skills in a hands-on, friendly learning environment. That the General Assembly commends Colorado State University Extension for its work in supporting the mission of the Colorado 4-H program. That the General Assembly recognizes the invaluable contribution of the thousands of adult volunteers whose efforts enhance the 4-H experience for Colorado youth. That the General Assembly encourages young people in Colorado to get a head start on life by participating in 4-H activities. and that the General Assembly hereby declares January 23, 2015, Colorado 4-H Day in recognition of the 4-H program's efforts on behalf of Colorado's youth. Be it further resolved that a copy of this joint resolution be sent to Jeff Goodwin at the State 4-H office at Colorado State University Extension.
Well done, Mr. Kohler. Representative Ryden.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. And members, you can be seated, and I hope a couple of you will come back and repeat some of your remarks from this morning, if you can do that. We already heard from a number of folks about the value of 4-H. And just a show of hands, how many were in 4-H growing up? Okay, about a third of us maybe. And you all know that it is a rural and urban program. And I think CSU should be congratulated for really working hard to engage as many young people as possible in the program. I think it teaches a lot of very good values and gives young people some really productive things to do, and they learn so much, and it really prepares them for going on to the next phase of their lives. So I urge an aye vote on Senate Joint Resolution 5.
Representative Quorum.
Thank you, Representative Pabon. Speaker Pro Tem, I believe, is the correct title here.
That's correct, Representative Quorum.
Thank you. Members, you know, if you look at the 4-H program, what you see in the program is learning the value of hard work and leadership. And many of the leaders that we have today have been through that program. It's an excellent program. You know, they go out, they enter their livestock in county fairs and state fairs and everything. And you know, one of the really important things that they learn is not everybody gets a ribbon. You get what you earn. And I think that's a real valuable lesson for life, because if you do not dedicate yourself to winning, don't expect to win. Thank you.
Representative Brown.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. I was in 4-H 10 years. It was a great program. It still is. It's just invaluable to me and to my kids, my 4 sons, our 4 sons that we raised, and hopefully our granddaughters and grandson. And I would also urge a yes vote on this resolution. Thank you.
Representative Primavera.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem, and I rise in support of this resolution as well. I wasn't in 4-H, but both my daughters were, and maybe that's why they turned out better than I did. They both were in the Lazy Lopers 4-H group in Adams County. One daughter continued to have her love for horses and competed this week at the National Western Stock Show and did really well. I'm proud to say that both daughters have grown up to be contributors to society. One is an attorney that works with abused and neglected kids, and the other is a nurse who delivers babies at University Hospital. So my hat's off to the 4-H group. I was smart enough to know that that was a horse, but they taught my kids everything else about horses.
Representative Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. And if I remember correctly, Representative Primavera, you said your daughter did well, but didn't she place 5th? Second in one of the classes. When she said did really well, she did really well, okay? And to my point, folks, and you'll hear me say this several times, we do these resolutions, we say, okay, that's good, fine, thank you. Pick up the folder that they handed out to you, that 4-H folder. Look at the back on the pledge. Head, heart, hands, and health. That would apply very well to this chamber, as well as to 4-H students. And the good news is, folks, that if you heard what all that Representative Ryden said the advantages are through this resolution, the advantages are of being in 4-H and what it does for our children and our young people, Isn't that what we're striving to do with our young people? This isn't a farm program, folks. It's a program for all children, and they can all benefit from it. Those of us that grew up on a farm, 4-H was just a way of life. For those of you that didn't, you and your children, your grandchildren, it can become a very beneficial way of life for them, and it's a great opportunity. So I fully rise in support of this resolution, and thank you for bringing it.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem, and I just want to rise in support of this resolution as well. Over the summer, I had the great opportunity to go down to Pueblo, Colorado, and go to the Colorado State Fair, and it was truly neat to see all of the activities that 4-H was doing at the Colorado State Fair and the presence that it had in Southern Colorado. Thank you.
Representative Janal.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Speaker Pro Tem.
Mr. Speaker Pro Tem, thanks. I rise in support of this resolution as well. Being from Larimer County, where we are the home of Colorado State University and the Colorado State University Extension for the 4-H, I'm very proud of the accomplishments that I have seen attending luncheons up in the Larimer County area that had to do with 4-Hers. And I just want to thank everyone that's here today from all the 4-H divisions, and also Jeff Goodwin, who is the director. So thank you so much. And 4-H does many, many good things, and I'm in full support, and I'm sure everyone else is. Thanks.
Representative Danielson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. I'm also rising in support of the resolution. I was a member of the Wyatt 4-H Club in Weld County. I took my lambs to the Weld County Fair. My brother showed pigs, my sister showed lambs, but we also did sports. And when you do the livestock programs and really any other program, you have to learn the financials behind it. You're responsible for everything, and you can go into the 4-H when you're 9 years old. So thank you to the people who came here from 4-H and to the folks who also rose in support, because this is a really critical program. I still know the pledge. How many of you still know the pledge by heart? See? So it'll stay with you your whole life. And well, I think you might have it on your folders too, so those of you who don't know it can fake it. Are you ready? Can the members in the chamber speak too? I don't know. All right. I pledge my head to clearer thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living for my club, my community, my country, and my world.
Well done, Representative Danielson. Representative Mitch Bush.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem, and a huge thanks to all the 4-H kids, all the volunteers, and to CSU Extension. In the 38 years I've lived in Routt County, I've seen several generations of 4-H kids mature into true community leaders, people who know from 4-H and from what they did in 4-H how to lead in a community, how to become invested in a community, how to start their own businesses, and as Representative Danielson just said, how to do finance, which is something that a lot of our kids nowadays don't know how to do. So my hat has always been off to 4-H, and I've always worked with 4-H. And again, thank you all for being here.
Is there any further discussion on Senate Joint Resolution 5? Representative Ryden.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem, and I just renew my motion on Senate Joint Resolution 5 and ask for a favorable vote.
The motion before us is for the adoption of Senate Joint Resolution 5. Seeing no further discussion, we'll proceed with the voice vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. That resolution is adopted. Representative Ryden.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem, and I request that the current roll call be added as co-sponsors.
Seeing no objection, the current roll call will be added as co-sponsors to the resolution. Representative Ryden.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem, and I would really like to recognize all the 4-H students who may be in the building today, if they would stand up and let us recognize them.
We welcome you all to the People's House. Please come and visit us anytime. Reports of committees of reference.
The Committee on Health Insurance and Environment, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. House Bill 1029 be amended as follows, and as so many be referred to the Committee on Fair Recommendation. House Bill 1067 be referred favorably to the Committee on Appropriations. The Committee on Local Government, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. House Bill 1017 be referred to the Committee on the Whole Fair Recommendation.
Madam Majority Leader. Sorry, the printing report, Mr.
Chief Clerk
Fuller.
reports the following bill has been correctly printed in House Bill 1132.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. I move that the House adjourn until Monday, January 26th at 10 a.m.
Seeing no objection, the House will be adjourned until Monday, January 26th at 10 a.m.